Hi everyone, this is my Breville Infuser coffee machine. Had it for many years. It's probably makes a couple of coffees every day on average, and yeah, it's been pretty good throughout the time that I've had it. I probably must be getting, it's well over 5 years, must be getting close to 7 or 8 years old. It's only had a few minor issues along the way, and they've all been easy to repair, but I've got a bit of a different one here today, so I'll just power it up. It all sounds pretty normal. I'll just let it warm up and then we'll try making a coffee. So we'll just go make a coffee. And this is where the problem is. When you hit the coffee button, you can hear the pump trying. Either sounds like there's a blockage, or there's maybe one of the solenoids isn't opening up properly or something like that. Here's a demo. Doesn't always do it, and eventually it seems to work. I don't think it's good for the pump or anything like that, but you can even see it just doesn't seem to get any pressure either. It makes a terrible coffee at the moment. So I mean, that's not the fresh. I didn't want to waste a fresh coffee on that, so it's slightly older beans. But I just don't get awesome pressure on that anymore. So we'll open it up and I'll check out that solenoid, see if there's a problem with either of those, because I have changed one before. I wonder if it's just one of these sticking. I wonder if it'll do it again. Yes, it even does it now. And you still get a reasonable amount of water coming through, so it sort of makes me feel like it's not a blockage. Maybe one of the solenoids. So yeah, let's have a look. I've just taken these ones out. I can't remember exactly if I need to take all of them out, but they're right there, so I might as well, because I think yeah, no, we definitely have to. This back section comes out, I remember. So let's, I know there's a few other screws to go, but so it seems this solenoid here is the one that does all of the work. The pump brings the water through the thermoblock, comes out this side, and that's the first sort of point of call. It goes through that valve. Now that's the valve that I haven't replaced it in the past, but the coil has previously blown on this. So you don't necessarily have to replace the whole valve. You can, when I did the repair, I just replaced the coil, because the solenoid, or the actual valve part of it was okay. It wasn't clogged or anything like that. But looking closely now, I mean, you can still hear it clicking, so it seems to be working. But maybe it's blocked in there, and maybe that's why the pump's working like that, because you can sort of see here it's almost at that inlet. It looks pretty crusty. Now I suspect because the pump runs okay when you power it up every time, it's only when you pour a shot, it must be pointing to the solenoids, but I know that coil's okay, so it must be I can only think that there's a bit of a blockage, or the solenoid itself is sort of jamming up. But it should be able to go one direction or the other. Maybe the blockage is in here. I mean, it looks pretty nasty in there. I've just taken that hose off. Maybe that's the best place to start. Looks really crusty. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that hose. And off camera, I ran the pump and water was shooting out of there, no problem. So the blockage isn't in the thermal block. There's something going on here. So maybe I'll take the assembly out and take a close look at that valve. So I'm coming to the conclusion that there's no problems with the solenoid and the pipe work. There's certainly no blockage, and yeah, I'm starting to think it's really a problem with the pump. So we'll pull that out and we'll take a closer look. So these vibration pumps, I'm not entirely sure how they work, but there's a couple of components that seem to fail within them. So that piston must move up and down. But I think in here there's a little seal where this piston goes in and out. Just in here. Bit of an O-ring. Little ball on a spring. So from what I've seen, these balls can wear out. I find that a bit hard to believe, but they're meant to be about 4 millimeters in diameter from what I read. And this, I guess this O-ring has a pretty critical function because it's sealing along the piston shaft. I guess it's like a piston ring. And if that's not sealing properly, it's not going to pump properly. Okay, so the inside of the O-ring looks alright. I'm not sure if the shape of it, whether that's deformed or whether whether once upon a time it was actually round, but I've got something equivalent here. At least it looks about right, but doesn't seem to be as thick, but I'll give that a go anyway. The internal diameter is the same, external diameter is the same. Seems to mate up with the shaft okay. Sounds like it's certainly sounds like it's sealing up, so I think I'll put it together like that. And see how it performs now. Okay, that's it. There's the old one. So it does look a little bit, not sure if that's scoring or, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll try it with the other washer and see what happens. Yeah, it sounds alright so far. We'll get some coffee. So there we go, we've got pressure again, which is good. The pump hasn't seized up. I'll have to tune in the coffee grind a bit, but yeah, it looks like we're back in business. Alright, hopefully there was something there that might be useful to you if you're trying to diagnose a problem with your coffee machine, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.